gotta get up and take Chip for walkies.
No, not yet. You have to stay.
No,
Just a little longer.
I gotta get up.
I want the smoochies.
Yeah, you want the smoochies. Oh, here we go. Time for Chip walkies. Oh. Where's Chippy?
This is Reuben Reeves and his beloved Kelpie named Chippy. They've been on the road travelling around Australia since they became partners in crime back in 2019. Since then, they must have played a gig in almost every pub in the country. Naturally, everyone likes the dog more than him. She sits right beside him as he plays the Sunday session at the local. She's a little bit of a folk hero, and rightfully so. She loves a good belly rub and whatever scraps you got left from your pub feed, and he'll tell you, over the years, she's saved the pair more times than anybody knows. Whenever they've been broken down or down and out in some weird mining town in backwater Australia, the locals will see how his dog behaves towards him, walking with no leash and being very polite. On that basis, they decided he must be a decent enough bloke and decided to help him out. You see, a man's dog is his mirror. It's an old school country sort of know-how. And no matter what the odds, these two found what they needed on that basis. Man's best friend. For Reuben, his dog and his guitar have been the keys to the country, the only two things he ever really needed to make it through. So it's pretty obvious to anybody who meets these two the type of rare and powerful bond that they have. But like every story, there's some twists and turns along the way.
So, not everyone knows this, but Chippy is actually back from the dead. The year was 2022, and it was Margaret River in Western Australia. And to tell the story, I actually caught up with the vet who saved her life. So, this is how we brought Chippy back from the dead. So a big thank you to Fran. Thanks for coming here today. Thanks for being there for Chippy. She's a local hero. She's the reason Chippy's still alive.
All part of it. All part of it.
All part of it. Yeah, cool. So what happened was I was going fishing in the local area down a spot called Contos, I think.
Yeah.
Which is down on the beach there. And we came in at night, didn't see any signs or nothing, and took Chip for a walkies, and that's when she ate the 1080 bait. After I realised she was seizing, bundled her up, got her straight to the clinic. When we got in there, yeah, it was one of the things I remember that I wish I knew along the way is to keep the airways clear. So you want to keep the dog upright. When she was seizing, she kept like rolling around a bit. And when the dog will be in this state, they'll be kind of vomiting and regurgitating her vomit.
Yeah.
And so there, you got a serious risk of the dog's lungs filling up with fluid.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing you're trying to prevent from happening as you're bringing the dog in. So once we got there, we rolled in, and then can you tell us a little bit about what's happening to the dog at that point?
Yeah, so I suppose when they're in that state of they're like already in seizuring, they're basically unconscious, so they don't really know what's happening. It looks pretty horrifying to owners because they're going crazy, they're seizing, the limbs are moving everywhere, but they're completely unconscious basically. And so at that point, yeah, I think you just carried Chip in and she kind of went still for a little while. So I thought you kind of presented she was still in, she wasn't thrashing around. So I thought she might, be already gone. And
she started going still like right as we pulled up, and I'm going, oh.
Yeah, like go, yeah. And then, is she still alive? And I think he goes, I think so. And I was like, bring her in. Like, he was so calm about the whole thing, hey? Good though, because, people run in there, they're screaming, it doesn't help the situation.
No, that's true.
It's just like calm, collected, got her in, basically get IV access as soon as you can, oxygen, tube down her throat, start breathing for her, and put her into a induced coma until body processes, and lots of medications and things go on in that time, but that's the short of it.
Yeah. So I believe you said that there's no cure for 1080? No, all you can do is put the dog in the induced coma and wait for it to pass. Luckily, the audience response, so all the followers, everyone donated all the money we needed, and it was amazing. It was serendipitous, because the exact amount we needed by the end of the day to pay the vet bill was what we got. So that was everyone's community support. I'm very glad we were able to pull that one together. Fran deserves double. Fran deserves all the money she gets. As long as Chippy stayed alive, it's worth every penny.
So now you know about how much effort we went to bring Chippy back from the dead. Let me tell you about the time she got stolen from her van life home. Fortunately, I got Chippy back, but when I was looking for her, I put my contact details on a poster around the local area, and I got some very interesting messages back. Some people messaged me that had their dogs stolen as well. So when I figured out who it was that took Chippy, I messaged some of these people, and sure enough, we managed to figure out it looks like it was all the same guy. And it looks like he's disappeared 4 or 5 dogs since he moved to Darwin from Scotland. His name's Connor. We played at the same country pub over the last few years. He knew Chip fairly well. This year, when he showed up, he was all scattered and behaving strangely.
I don't have blue balls, all right? What do you say? I don't have blue balls.
He was bragging about how close he was to banging his hippie chick. Me being Reevesy, I just started razzing him up straight away, calling him Mr. Blue Balls.
I don't have blue balls. I don't have blue balls.
Little did I know at that point how correct I was about this girl messing with him, because she came waltzing into the country pub about a fortnight later. I think she was deliberately trying to find a guy to pick up so she could triangulate Connor, the guy that she was dating. So I'm not here to judge, but, it is what it is, isn't it? But there I am, with Chippy and my guitar, cracking jokes at the pub, waiting for my car to get fixed. And she wants to go skinny dipping, so I jump right in and sent her home with a free Reeves t-shirt. But the first thing she did with the t-shirt was take a bedtime photo with it and send it to both me and Connor, who play music at the same pub. Right, and I believe she did this to make Mr. Blue Balls jealous.
I want Tim Tams, all right? I want Tim Tams. I want Tim Tams.
What is with the Tim Tams?
And I didn't know at this point that I'd, swooped in on the girl that had been blue ballsing him for months now.
The smoochies.
Yeah, you want the smoochies. Oh.
On my second sleepover at the girl's house is when Connor stole Chippy out of my van. He left this note saying he had made reports to police and animal welfare. However, I spoke to both of these organisations and neither of them had any reports about Chippy. Chip wasn't in any apparent danger. We'd done this plenty of times. It was just that Connor was jealous about the girl who made me leave her in the car. Here's the text message where she banned Chip from the house and then let her inside after she was kidnapped. Though, this time he was rather complacent because I kept the note. And I verified his handwriting from some other handwriting that was written around the place at this country pub. And I was like, oh wow, they look awfully similar, don't they? He broke the law in multiple places to do this, and I can prove it. In the morning, the girl drove me to pick Chippy up, and she's the one that filmed our reunion. When I got back to the country pub we'd been staying at, That's when Chippy first tried to tell me who took her.
Tell us who took you, Chippy. Tell us who took you. Who was it? Point them at me.
She went to Connor's sunbathing spot, his car parking spot, and then the room that he stayed in. Number 10. And she barked at all 3 locations.
What's that, Chippy? What are you telling me? What are you telling me? Are you barking at room 10? Why are you barking at room 10?
Now, at that point, I didn't really realise what she was trying to tell me, because I hadn't realised about the triangulation between the girl and Connor. But when that became apparent, that's when it all slotted into place that Connor had to have been the one to take Chippy.
Who took you? Who took you? Was it Blue Balls? It was Blue Balls, wasn't it? Blue Balls took you.
I contacted a few of the people who told me about their dogs being stolen, and sure enough, they all had a link to Connor as well. So that's it, babies and gentle beans. A pretty girl invited me over for a sleepover, and her other boyfriend stole my dog. That's the story. But to be fair, the girl didn't really know this was gonna happen at the time, okay? And it's not so much the fact she was dating multiple guys, it's more the way she was choosing to go about it, all right? Had she been actually rooting the guys that she was inviting over for sleepovers, then maybe nobody would have been tense enough to go and steal someone's dog. I really believe it's better just to be honest with people if you can. And to that end, I just put out a new song. It's called Why Did Your Other Boyfriend Steal My Dog? And it's available on all streaming platforms. You can go and listen to it as many times as you like, forevermore. Really, I'm not here to argue with the girl, okay? It's best to just move on in these situations. And remember that the dog that chases 2 wallabies usually catches neither. So, we really need to get the word out to the community about this dog thieving guy, all right? I can prove in court that he did it, but as far as I can tell, not everybody has gotten their dogs back off this guy. So if you know someone that owns a dog in the local area, please share this video with them. It's word of mouth referrals like this that really help to get the message out to the right people. All right, make sure they know what Connor looks like. And if you happen to see him around, maybe just ask him, who took Chippy? So, with that in mind, remember, never to judge someone till you've walked a mile in their shoes, okay? Other than that, make sure you chill out, have a hit of the gong, and enjoy the song. Till we can all grow up big and strange.
Yeah, all right.
Was that a good pull out, or do you want like it just?
Well,
would
just
drop
pull out
out
in your
or-
hand and just fucking start wailing on me with a Tim Tam.
Oh, yeah,
just
don't
keep it in
control
your
it.
tan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, geez, what do you want, Connor? Just fucking, leave me alone.
They fell out.
Reset.
Food for real. Okay, we're gonna stop crying. We're gonna stop crying.
Well, pause at the front.